I'm Kristin with the Rogers Public Library, and this week for Catch 'em All at the library, we will be focusing on Marshadow. And we will be making a little Halloween pop-up card. So in your craft packet, you will have a sheet of white cardstock, a little black printed cutout of Marshadow, some little yellow eye pieces, and some little red eye pieces. So the first thing we need to do is just cut out our Marshadow and his eye pieces, and then I will show you how to make a pop-up card. So once we have our pieces cut out, we are going to take our white piece of paper and we're going to cut off a little strip across the bottom. Once that is cut off, we'll set it aside, and then we will fold our paper in half so that we can make our little card. Now, we'll open that back up, and that's where we're gonna have our Marshadow be. But first, let's get him all put together. So, we have the two red eyes, and then we have two tiny little yellow ovals, and those are going to go in the middle of the red. And then these two little tiny flame-shaped pieces of yellow will go at the top. So I'm just going to grab a glue stick, and I'm going to start with the little yellow ovals. Just a little bit of glue on them, and then those go right in the center of the red ovals. The outlined center of the red oval is where the yellow eye should go. So once we have those ready, we'll go ahead and grab our little Marshadow and attach the eyes to the face. So just put some glue on the back of the red ovals, and then they will go inside, one on each side of the little point on his head. And once those are on, then we can grab our little yellow flames, and these are going to go right on the very tip top of the red and just stick up a little bit. So there are Marshadow's eyes. So then you'll just need to grab a marker or pen and draw a little mouth. Or you can make his mouth look however you want. I just did a little smile. Now, to make this an actual pop-up card, we are going to need to fold his feet just a little bit. So I'm going to take the bottom foot and fold it up. So we're lifting the bottom foot up and pressing it towards the top. And same thing on the other foot. and we want it to be right about the same spot so that he stands up evenly. This is going to let him stand on the page. Now, where we place him on the page depends on how we want him to stand up. So when he's laying flat, as he will be when our card is closed, in order to keep him to where he's not sticking out when the card is closed, I'm going to need to keep him pretty close to that center fold. Now, if you want him to be further out, that's fine. It'll just make him be where you can see part of it before you open the card. But that's okay if that's how you want to do it. So wherever we're going to put him, we're just going to add some glue to the bottom of the feet, right where we folded. And then the way I do it to make sure that he stays inside the card, so I'm going to go ahead and gently lay him down where he is inside the card, and then I'll gently press those folded feet down and then press it down. And that way I know that he is in the card enough. So now when he stands up, we've got his feet glued to the bottom part of the card. Now we're going to use this strip that we cut off. Now you're probably not going to need very much of this, but to keep the card even, we went ahead and cut it off all the way across. So I would cut probably a couple of inches, but then if it's not right and we mess this part up, you have some extra, so it'll be just fine. And now we're going to fold each end of our little white piece down the same direction, so it's like you're making a little table. And this is going to attach both to the back of our Marshadow when he's laying down and to the card. So this will allow us to have him attached, so when we open the card it pulls him up so that he pops up. So just going to put some glue on the folded down end that is going to go on his back. Stick it on there, and then we'll go ahead and put some glue on the other folded side that is going to attach to the top part of the card. And then lift it up and wherever, when you lift it up, wherever it's going to be on this back of the card, just kind of naturally, I'm going to press that glued end down. Now, when we fold him down, this part is going to bend, and that's okay. We're just going to bend it down so that this part, both of these parts, stay flat. So as we're bending the card down, just make sure that this isn't popping up like this, because we don't want it to come up too far and see it from the front. So we're just going to push it down with your finger and then close the card, and then push it all the way closed so that we get a fold here. So then when we open it back up, this is going to be a little folded, but that's all right. Then we have, ta-da! Now he can pop up, and when you lay him down again, it should close and open very easily. So here's our closed card, and then, ta-da! It's a little 3D pop-up. So then you just get to decorate your card however you want. So you can just write Happy Halloween. And then I put Trick or Treat on the inside of my first one that I made. Or you can decorate it any other way that you would like to. And if you don't even want it to be a Halloween card, it doesn't even have to be a Halloween card. It can be any kind of pop-up card you want. Just decorate it however you want. And then you have your pop-up card. So that is our craft for this week. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week to make another Pokemon. Bye!